got some sad news that were developed with New Orleans. I want to say my condolences to the families of the 10 people that no longer with us in this whole New Orleans situation with this truck, this white truck that rammed into a crowd that was celebrating New Year's Eve on New Year's Eve. It was 10 people that were confirmed that died and 35 that were injured. The guy, they say it was an act of terrorism. So the guy was dressed in full military uniform gear. And he also, died and got killed, thankfully. With the battle between a shooting fire, a gun battle between him and the other officers. Things like this, man, it man, going into the new year. This is why personally, I never go out on New Year's Eve. I really don't feel like it's a real reason to go out and publicly celebrate when you can celebrate in the comfort of your own home. I don't like going out because I don't like being around people that I don't know going into the New Year's. Like, for things like this of this sort, you just never know what type of agenda or what people are going through and what type of sickness that they have mentally in their brains with their brain cells and things of that sort. Like, people are really really have a sickness mentally. And I just don't, I'm not going to say I don't understand because this is America. This is America, and things like this, things happen differently on accordingly to how they may take in place with people losing their lives. But this ain't nothing new as far as people things like this happening. But what we're not finna do is encourage anybody to think that taking someone else's life innocently at that, when they ain't doing nothing to nobody but minding their business. But yeah, this is something that this guy had already planned. And people like that, they have to get wiped out. I just feel like people like that just has to be pressure washed off the face of the earth. And I just wish that they was just off their own self, because by them doing that, I mean, you're gonna die anyway, because you're not gonna live to be able to tell your story if you doing things as this such an act like this, what this man has done. For the 35 people that's injured due to this whole debacle, if I'm saying that right, this whole just melee, with however which way you want to, explain this situation, it's just sad, man, because I mean, New Orleans at that, I mean, and then they got to turn around and have the Super Bowl that, this year, next month, if I'm not mistaken. The Super Bowl is in February. So, what gets me, in the city of New Orleans, with somebody doing an act like this, an act of terrorism, I mean, you already want to pay attention to when things things like this of this sort happen, when people losing their lives. But in New Orleans, in a black city, state, in Louisiana, terrorism, you ramming a truck, and this dude look I don't know, he ain't even from here, he from another country, from what I've seen. So I mean, it's just something that I wanted to report on, because I feel honestly, people just has to stop. They got to stop going out on New Year's Eve celebrating. It's really just played out. It's been played out. Because I mean, like I said, people want to go into New Year's and just showcase off, their works and who they working for. The devil stay busy. But as people, we always have to be military minded at all times, and always be aware of our surroundings at that. And it's just crazy. when I saw that news, I was like, damn, man, a truck going through a big crowd, ramming through a big crowd like that, and 10 people passing away, and then 35 injured. Like, you can't really think nothing positive out of the situation other than the fact that, the 35 that are still here with us. The 35 that are still here with us that's, in critical condition due to being hit by the truck when the truck, was going through the crowd. And just think about the other 10 that were ran over throughout that whole going. It's crazy, man. And I feel like, honestly, like when this situation happened, I honestly felt like it should have been a lot of police out there, like blocking roads off and patrolling the roads that they have blocked off. So that way, if these people are in the streets and they celebrating, nothing like this would be able to take place. For any side of the street, that I feel like it should have been blocked off, and each officer, like 2 officers, should have been like patrolling each side that was blocked off. So that way, if anybody come and try to do something like this, like, you got to be prepared and think about any and everything on New Year's Eve. So your mind have to be like in full preparation. Like, you see somebody speeding, anything like that, like shoot their tires out. Like, that's what I'm saying, like patrolling each side of the street that are blocked off. So that way people won't be innocently harmed in any type of situation like this or this matter. But I'm quite sure that they know now. Hopefully they, when the next New Year's celebrate, if people still decide to want to come outside, they'll have a better game plan than they had with this whole situation right here taking place. Now, it's something that you don't even want to talk about. I don't ever normally make videos about this, but the awareness has to be brought on to just talking about, things and try to bring it, at least for me, to try to bring awareness to it so we can try to eliminate some of the problems that are going on in America. Y'all gotta excuse me for a minute. Like, your boy going into the new year crazy. Like, I got a little baby cold, so it's gonna be gone sooner than later. It's been 2 days since I had this little cold. It's like, when your nose run, from one nostril and the other one is good, but it's just the right nostril just want to start want to be on some tripping shit. Yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. It's something small, but I'm gonna get some Alka-Seltzer to knock it out. I'm gonna get that knocked out. And working out with the cold. If any of that, anyone that can relate to that, oh my God. You talking about different type of hell. You talking about, because you got to fight all the toxins that are in your body that involves the cold that you battling, trying to get out your system. And then with the constant moving, the exercising, it's like you swinging, and it's like these motherfuckers just keep coming back. And when you working out, you trying to swing and knock it out. And I had the fan off last night, so I'm thinking it's a little bit better. Don't get me wrong, but I just got to keep the fan off. So tonight, I'm not used to having my fan off because I'm not used to my room being. I like my room to be quiet when I hear air running. I don't care if it's the AC or the fan. I want it to be quiet mixed with the air going. I can hear the air and the fan moving or something. So just to hear still quietness, suck, man. But I'm making the best out of the situation. And like I said, this will be out of here in no time. I ain't tripping. But again, I wanted to say my condolences to the families that lost the 10 people due to this New Year's Eve going into the New Year's Day. Craziness. And for the 35 people, I wish for them for the speedy recovery, because I know they, are in a critical condition due to this whole situation as well. So, yeah. Sensei Reality TV. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. 2025. We in here. I'm in here. I'm fighting strong. On Friday, I may just wear this. Sweatpants with a black robe. Going into work with my shades on. Yeah. When you ain't nobody's employee, you can do that. But yeah, other than that, man, I just want to let everybody know, just stay safe, stay dangerous or whatever, and protect yourself and keep it positive. All right? Positive vibes, 2025. Let's get it. Let's go. Sensei Reality TV. One love. Peace.